Hey everyone, Neil here, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Wicked Cool Toys Jazwares Halo Master Chief Spartan Collection figure. To start off, it should be noted that I am not the biggest Halo fan. I've only played like 2 games, but I've always loved Master Chief and his awesome design, so when I saw these appearing at Target, I really wanted to pick one up. Starting with the figure itself, this is a really nice looking toy. Most of it, the green and the black, is just like molded plastic, but as you can see, there's also some silver brushing throughout the figure, and the silver brushing really helps to give it that like metallic, like damaged armor look. On each figure, I looked through a lot of them, and the paint's not always consistent, so I just picked the one that I thought looked the best. But I really like how the brushing turned out on this. It looks really nice to me. And like I said, it's all throughout the figure, so it's on the helmet, the legs, just everywhere on here. I really love the reflective gold used on his helmet. It's super shiny. The figure is very detailed all around. It really does look like something straight out of a video game. Just the more I look at this thing, the more I find like little details that I didn't even notice before. Just in terms of detail, this is just a very nice looking figure. You can tell a lot of work was put into making it as accurate as possible. You know, and obviously the arms have these holes where he bends at the elbow. It's the same deal with his legs, but that's to be expected with most action figures, so it doesn't really bother me. Even the bottom of his shoes are super detailed. They look very much like sneakers, and I think just the added detail there is really cool. It's one of my favorite parts of this figure. The overall feel of this figure is really nice too. It may look light, but it's a very like hefty figure. It doesn't feel at all like it's hollow. Being Master Chief, his helmet is not removable. I mean, you probably could remove it if you used a hair dryer, but the thing is, he's not going to have a face under there because he's Master Chief. Something I also feel is worth pointing out, which is kind of a problem I had with this toy, is that these parts right here, they're like glued on, but you have to be really careful when moving the shoulder up. This one kept popping up for me. I ended up just having to glue it, which you might notice. Which, you know, I want to love the figure. I want to give it all the props I can, but I can't deny that that is kind of annoying. As far as accessories, Master Chief comes with a variety of hands as well as 2 guns. I should also mention that he actually comes with this add-on code for that Halo game that keeps getting delayed. I have no idea what this is for, and I probably won't use this, so whoever watches this video and sees the code first, feel free to steal it from me. I will not care. Alright, so starting with the guns, we have his rifle right here, which is just gray and black, but it's very detailed. It looks very nice. And then we got this pistol right here, which is also gray and black, but it's also very detailed, also very nice looking. They also each have like a little peg on them, so if you'd like to, you can actually peg it onto his back. So yeah, the problem is the rifle's peg is like very short, so you can try to peg it on there, but I think no matter what you do, it's going to be very loose. It'll stay if you're not like, you know, moving it around too much, but yeah, I think it's too loose on there. Fortunately, the smaller pistol goes on just fine. This one, for the most part, stays on, so I don't really have a complaint about that. The rifle can go into one of his right hands. It can be kind of difficult to put it in, but once you get the hang of it, you can kind of put it in there. Also, the only hand that I can get to hold the pistol is this left hand. It's kind of weird having him hold the pistol in his left hand, but like I said, it's the only one I could manage to make fit. And even then, it looks a bit odd. Alright, now on to the articulation for this guy, which is both very good and weird in some places. Once you get down to the waist is where the articulation is kind of weird. For one, you have this waist that looks like it would have a lot of movement. There's like 2 separate joints here, but I attempt to move it and it really doesn't want to stay into place other than how it regularly is. You also have these weird upper thighs right here. You know, they can move forward fine and they can even move out a very small amount, but like if you want to move this thigh back, Not gonna happen, it like swivels outward. Also, it's very difficult to get this to swivel because I know it can swivel, but you know, it swivels outward like that, and that's probably not the position you want the leg to be in. This figure's also got some weird looking knees. You can bend them. They're actually double jointed, which is nice, but they just look very flat, very bizarre. Yeah, I don't really know what the thought process was behind that, but chances are if you have them in some sort of dynamic pose, they'll be unnoticeable. And then of course you have the feet, which can move forward and back. They swivel, and they got bendy toes, which is really nice. And you can still get this guy in a lot of the poses that you'd expect from a Master Chief figure. Just know it's not going to be super dynamic from the waist down. It's mostly just the top you'll be posing. And in case you were wondering about the height, this figure stands at about 7.5 inches. This is actually a 6.5 inch scale toy, which is pretty bizarre if you ask me. I don't know why they'd put him in that scale instead of just the regular like 6 inch or 7 inch scale. Overall, this is a toy that I really like. Obviously not everything about it is perfect. The parts that pop off and the weird articulation are a downside to it, but the $20 price point makes it feel about right. And for anyone who's a fan of Halo, I'd say this is definitely a must-buy just from the sculpt alone. You know, it's actually pretty cool that we get a lot of video game toys nowadays. I remember when I was a kid, there wasn't nearly as many as they make today. Just the fact that I'm able to go pick this up at a local Target instead of an online shop is pretty cool. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to returning with more toy reviews. Goodbye.